How many here today have heard of a real estate agent who specializes in listing and selling luxury homes, second homes, homes on a golf course, homes on the water, ranch homes, condos, and or vacant land? How many of you here have ever heard of real estate agents specializing in senior moves? Listen closely as I share how I became a certified senior housing professional who helps seniors, active adults, with the downsizing process while connecting them with trusted resources and services. It all started when Susan's parents, who lived in Muskegon, Michigan, were told by their family doctor that it was time for them to start thinking about making that move to an assisted living community. Even though Susan and her two sisters attempted to have that conversation with their parents 2 years prior. They noticed their parents declining as her father was diagnosed with early stages of Parkinson's and their mother was slipping mentally. They were adamant that they did not want to have that conversation about moving. It took their family doctor to make that recommendation to move them into an assisted community, and move they did. How many here today know that someone who has been in a situation like Susan and her sisters, who have an elderly neighbor, parent, aunt, uncle, and a friend who needs to move into an independent, assisted memory care or critical care community? Someone who you know will be in a reactive situation as opposed to a proactive situation. I think most of us here today know of that someone. Now, Susan and her sisters were confronted with decisions, many major decisions, such as where do we begin, who do we call, what type of community do we look for? All valid questions and concerns. Most importantly, throughout this process, the biggest question is, who do we trust? So from this experience, my journey began to become a certified senior housing professional, which I was introduced to several months prior to Susan's family crisis. It was at an introductory meeting about assisting seniors and their families through this type of process. How to start by looking for a community, having the conversation while allowing their parents to stay in control, finding trusted resources and services, beginning the liquidation process, and most of all, not overwhelming seniors and their families. Fun facts. Every year, there are over 10,000 people who turn 62 every day. Think about that. That's over 3.6 million a year. This pace will continue till the year 2032. This demographic, 62 and older, is between 12 and 13% of the total population, and by 2032, it will be 18 and 19%. We are living longer. What this tells me is that there will be more con artists coming out of the woodwork attempting to take advantage of our seniors. It is happening today and will be worse as time goes on. This was a niche which afforded me the opportunity to become certified, network with professionals in the senior arena who had a similar desire and passion to help protect, inform, and educate this aging demographic. An opportunity for me to read, research, and learn every day everything about services that are available for our senior population. Services that are trusted and are needed to be shared with our seniors and their families. By attending a 2-day conference every year with like-minded real estate professionals and leaving with at least 3 nuggets to implement into our businesses, sharing our highs and lows along with what is working for each of us as we market this specialized niche. In 2015, I had hip reconstructive surgery, which left me over the next 11 months recovering with a brace from above my waist to my knee for 3 months, on a walker for 4 months, and a cane for the remaining 7 months. Now I could really relate with my senior niche. While going through this, I was able to start putting my plan and vision in place. I had to figure out a name for my business, create an international website, informational website, and find ways to market my new senior niche, Flavin. This is my last name. Not a recognizable last name, nonetheless, it is my real last name. It is from Irish heritage. My email is mike@yourfloridahaven.com. My website's name is www.yourfloridahaven.com. And my YouTube series is Your Florida Haven. Yes, I do have people come up to me and say, is Flavin a stage name, as they have connected my last name with FLA and Haven. Yes, our name is not well known here in America, but our name is well known in Ireland, as there is a company that makes porridge. It's called oatmeal here in the States, and it is called Flavin's Oatmeal, and their slogan is "Start your day the O'Flavin way." It can be found in fresh market locations and or purchased through Amazon. It has always been my vision to protect, inform, and educate our seniors. I started the Smarter Senior Seminar Series in 2016. My first one was on Wednesday, October 12th of 2016, 3 days after my younger brother Pat passed at the age of 60 from lung cancer. A little about my brother Pat, who was an avid Cub fan. While at his funeral, his daughter's future husband's grandfather, now did you follow all that? Said he had a friend who was an avid Cub fan as well. When his friend passed, he had arranged that in the corner of his casket was to be placed a sign that read, "I could not wait any longer." See, the Cubs have not won a World Series in over 100 years. Most Cub fans were born and passed and never seen their beloved Cubs win a World Series. Unfortunately, my brother was just short 1 month of seeing his beloved Cubs win their first World Series in over 100 years. After my brother passed and my hip surgery was behind me, walking has now become my exercise of choice. For the previous 40 years, I was limited with walking long distances while living in pain most days. Now I walk a minimum of 3 miles every day, and it provides me that solace to pray and find ways to work through my challenges as I grow this niche of serving seniors. Some of my challenges were struggling with attendance, choosing topics that would be interesting, finding the right presenters, and most of all, making them informational and educational. I would ask myself if I was doing the right thing, and what made me continue was always having a thoughtful senior come up to me after an event to say, "I really love what you do for us, seniors, and I hope you continue." Over time, I perfected locations, topics, presenters, all with a set time and date of the week. Currently, this program is held at 4 Orange County Library locations: Eatonville in the north, Herndon to the east, West Oaks to the west, and Southwest in the south. I started with 4 events, 8 different topics, annually at each location for a total of 16 events. Starting my 3rd year with the Smarter Senior Seminar Series, I embarked on another seminar series called Downsizing for Seniors. It is called the 5 Easy Steps to Downsizing, and it is a process that all families need to understand when they're transitioning their loved ones into that stage of life. It is a way to let seniors know that for them, this process is providing a gift for their children. Now, starting my 4th year of conducting the Smarter Senior Seminar Series, I will have 12 events. And starting my 2nd year with Downsizing for Senior Seminar, I will also have 12 events. 2 events a month covering all 16 Orange County Library locations. After 3 years, the Smarter Senior Seminar Series is averaging 25 overall in attendance. And the Downsizing for Seniors event after 1 year is averaging 12. I continue to discover ways as how I can increase the attendance by offering additional information at each event and continually tweaking the seminar format. Ultimately, I have started to build trust with my audience while building those relationships that now, if anyone has senior-related questions, they know who they can reach out to for guidance and counsel. I believe that I am the only real estate agent consultant in Central Florida that gets background checked every year. This is just another level of trust. I am totally immersed now working with seniors and active adults, and am confident that I have most of the answers that they seek. I have learned that it takes a lot of patience and handholding with senior adults as they struggle to discover what is it that they really want to do with their remaining years, and what type of legacy they would like to leave. Let me ask you this. When it is time for you to make that move, isn't it nice to know that there is a professional real estate agent who understands that this move needs to not be overwhelming for you, but for you to be overjoyed with your move? In closing, I want you to know that I love what I do and that it has taken me 60 years to figure out what I wanted to do in my life.